Hi everybody, now we are back making cake. This time though we are making cupcakes. So you can see we've got our tray ready and we've already done the mixture. It's the same as the double layer cake that we made. The only thing is it's not chocolate, so we used the full amount of flour and didn't substitute or change any of it for cocoa. So, but we decided, Lucy and Tefnut said, hey, let's make it a little bit fun. And they saw the colour I'm wearing and they said, let's put some colour in. Why don't we make them green? So that's exactly what we've done. We just added a little bit of food colouring and changed it into green cakes. And then we thought, why not try something even more fun? And we've got some Cocoa Pops, a few little Cocoa Pops, which we thought, why don't we put those in the cake and we can make like a chocolate mint cake. So we're going to put some mixture in, drop in a Cocoa Pop, and then for our icing, we're going to make a chocolate icing and decorate it with mint from the garden. Okay, let's do that. So Lucy, what are we going to do? Yes, we're going to put all the mixture in the paper cups, that's right, and then into the oven. We're going to keep an eye on them. They shouldn't take as long as the big cakes we made. So about 10 to 20 minutes, that's how long they'll take. And then after that, Tefnut, what are we going to do? They're going to come out, we're going to wait for them to cool a little bit, and then we're going to ice them. No, we won't forget the mint. We'll go and pick some from the pot on the deck. Yes, we've got a lovely pot of mint growing on the deck. So let's get popping this in. Here, come Lucy, you help me first. Ladies first, always. Come. There we go. Right hand. Whoop. There we go. Whoops. They're little cupcakes, so just a tablespoon or dessert spoon might be easier even. Try not to get it everywhere. And now let's pop in those Cocoa Pops. Just one in each, just for a little surprise. And let's do that. We're going to pop them into a bowl so it's easier to access them with your fingers. Access means just get to them. It's a little bit tricky to get to them in the bottle. Okay, come and help. Come Lucy, your turn, come on. So you just take one. There we go, and drop it in. And one, and drop it in. We're just going to drop one in each cupcake and see what happens when we bake it. Hey! We're going to turn the tray around so it's easier for you to access the other side. There we go. Okay, pick it up with this hand and in goes with this hand. As you use your left hand. Let's start here because we always start on the left, even if we're left-handed. We start on the left. All ready to pop into the oven and bake. So those will probably sink down. Do you think we should push them down a little bit? Maybe just so they're just nicely settled, hey? There we go. Yes, there. And the cake will probably rise around it. So we'll see what happens. Exciting. Into the oven and they go. Yes. So that'll probably be about 10 to 20 minutes. And we can put these away. Maybe we can even crush some of these and sprinkle them on top. How does that sound? Maybe that's a good idea. Shall we go and pick some mint? Shall we go pick some mint? Let's go pick some mint. it smells so nice, doesn't it? Mmm. Ah, that smells so good. Hey, yes, yes. Okay, so our mint is in some water to keep it fresh. And we were chatting a little bit about our icing, and we said, yes, let's make some chocolate icing, but before we add the cocoa, why don't we put some aside and make it green? And those ones we can crumble the cocoa pops onto, and then the chocolate ones we can put the mint on. Good idea. These two are geniuses at thinking up creative ideas, aren't you? So we're going to make that icing with some softened butter. So these are out of the oven. Look at those. See the cocoa pops? They didn't actually sink into the cake. I think that's because they're quite light. And they actually rose with the cake. So that's our little experiment. Now you know. And now they are going to go, thank you, you two, onto the cooling rack to cool while we finish doing the icing. And when they're cool, we will put the icing on and finish decorating. We've got our two bowls, one that's got the icing in, which we're going to take a little bit out of to do the green icing, and then the other one we're going to keep for the chocolate one. You see? Yeah, just a little bit of green food coloring into yours. Okay, here we go. Just a little bit, you hold it. Here we go, my love. Ooh, just a little bit, because food colouring is strong. Okay, you get mixing that while we sort out Tefnut's cocoa. Your spoon, there we go. And in it goes. Whoa! Yes, watch what you're doing. Okay, I think we'll start with that and see how we go. See, right, here we go. Take your spoon and you get mixing. Okay, how are you doing? Look at yours, Lucy. What a star you are. All that lovely green, all nicely stirred in. Thank you, young lady. That is wonderful. That's a wonderful job. Look at yours. Yes, Tefnut. Now, what did we have to do with your one, Tefnut? Yes, we had to add a little bit more of we had to add a little bit of liquid because remember, cocoa is a dry ingredient, so it made Tefnut's icing a little bit more stiff. So we just added a little bit more liquid. We added just a little bit of water and stirred it together until it was the right consistency. Now we just wait for those cakes to cool. Now the cocoa pops, we are going to squish them into a bowl. That's going to be fun. All we're going to do is take them like this, and between our fingers, if we can, we're going to do that, but it's actually quite hard. So we are going to use a rolling pin. Shall we do that? Yes. So what we're going to do, got a trick. Okay. And then we're going to try, what do you think? What are we going to do with this, do you think? Put this on top and then roll it and see what happens to the cocoa pops underneath. Do you think they're going to get squashed? Let's have a look and find out. So pop some of them there. If this doesn't work, then Miss Carr will use her strong old fingers that have been working for many years and have a try at squashing them. So let's try this. Can you hear them? Woo! Yes, I think that's going to work. Let's try a little bit more. Come on, I need your strength too, you two. Come on. Yes, I know this rolling pin's big for you and it's wide, but you can have a go still. Woo! Oh, Lucy, that sounds amazing. Well done. And Tefnut, you can't have one without the other. Then we roll two. Yes, of course you can. Right, there we go. Whoa. Oh, the edge ones have definitely crumbled. Have a look at that. Look. These ones have definitely crumbled. The ones in the middle need a bit more, but you see that? That's looking so good. That'll look amazing on those cakes. So the green icing will get the crumbled Cocoa Puffs, the crushed Cocoa Puffs, and the chocolate icing will get the mint leaves. Yes. Nice crushed Cocoa Puffs ready. And lovely mint leaves ready. So all we're waiting for is to cool those cakes, put a little bit of icing on each one, and decorate. Done. Yay. Right, now we are going to put our cakes, when they are decorated and iced, onto a cake stand. Now I don't have one, but I'm going to make one. So I'm going to take a nice dish, a nice plate, a heavier one that goes on the bottom so it's nice and stable. And I'm going to take a glass, I'm going to take a nice pretty one, and I'm going to turn that upside down like that. And I'm going to put a little bit of icing on it. Where's my icing? Sugar is, when it gets wet and then it dries, it sets and it gets hard. You know how sometimes you get lumps in your sugar? That's because it's been wet a little bit. Now the icing is moist, which means a little bit wet. But if it's left in the air, it's going to set. It's going to dry and it's going to set. So we're going to just put some icing around the edge of this glass and stick it like glue to our cake stand plate. Try and put it in the middle. See, there we go. And then we're going to put our cakes around there, and then we're going to put a plate on top. Look at that. Isn't that going to be cool? I'm going to do the same with the icing. I'm going to put some icing on here like that and stick my plate to that too. Here we go. How cool will that be? Here we go. But it's not like super glue, so it can still come apart. So you still need to be careful, okay? It just means that if you've got food touching it, you can eat it. It's not going to be yucky gluey things. To ice these little cakes, decorate them. How wonderful is that? We're going to ice the ones that are in red. We're going to put the green on, iced with the green, and then sprinkle the Cocoa Pops. Look at that. Chocolate on the green cakes, the green paper cups. Here we go. And we're going to take little sprigs of mint, little leaves of mint. There's, pinch them off. And on they go. Oh my goodness. Look how wonderful does that look. Hey? All iced and ready on our cake stand for party and celebration.